action.
All right, guys. We are back with another discussion. We got a special guest, MVP. We got this guy. Y'all familiar? Okay, y'all familiar with his face? Hey, we rocking the new. Am I facing right? This is a new merch from. This is a collab.
MR.NOLDS Project Earth.
Okay, Greenmas is his brand. For those who don't know, and we collab to do something for Earth Day. We release after Earth Day, of course. But if you guys are interested, just tap in with us. Either on his Instagram or website, Greenmas, GRIMACE, and then Nodes, nodes.co, NOLDS.co to cop. We also got a t-shirt with the project, and the bucket hat comes in 2 colors. Let me see. Let me show y'all a little something real quick. See right here, we got. That's the front, and there's the back right here.
Take care of the planet.
Just a little You feel me?
Earth Day collab. Hey, y'all tap in before we sold out.
You're already almost
good quality. All right. So today we're gonna be discussing. Last week we talked about what you listen to and the effects of what you listen to. So today we're gonna transition and almost like a little going down the same road. Is more the power of a thought. So we just watched the video for those who's in the room. It talked a little bit about the scientific effects of what you think. My bad. I was thinking about something else. What you think? So one of the things in the video, it says it showed different experiments where, like, there was one experiment, they had a group that was physically playing the piano, and they had another group that was visualizing or thinking about playing the piano. And then when they tested them and they realized both of them, after a certain amount of time, they almost had similar results when it comes to the improvement of learning how to play the piano. Same thing of muscle strength. They had one group working out, and they had another group basically they're imagining them working out, and they tested their muscle strength increased. And that's how crazy it is. Like what you think actually is affecting you. When it comes to thinking, one of the first key gem I'm gonna give out.
Fun fact.
If you ever want to change anything in your life, whether your health, your money, your relationships, whatever it may be, the first area that must change in order to see results physically is how you think about it. The Bible tells you, as a man thinketh. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. I know you all guys have heard about the one of the pioneer of self-development, Think and Grow Rich. Most of these books are telling us, as you think, you must begin to think. Before you can go out and make a lot of money, you must think like, I can make a lot of money. How to make the money. So it must start up here. A lot of time we're waiting for things to happen, like, for it to physically happen, but we didn't take the time to reprogram the way we think. A lot of people, they're depressed. You'll see, for example, somebody in a situation, let's just say they got a mansion, they got the Bentley, they got all the money in the world, and they're depressed. And then you got another person, they in the hood, they don't know where the next meal coming from, but they loving life.
Yeah.
Because it's all about how they're thinking. Yeah. How they thinking is what's dictating how they feel. So as you think, your thinking will affect even your emotions. So for example, like, if you have a problem with somebody, the moment you think about them, you start feeling some type of way. Just like if you like doing something, the moment you start thinking about the activity, you feel good, like, okay, yeah. Like me, I like dressing up. I know when I'm about to cop a new pair of shoes, I know that feeling it gives me. When I'm about to put an outfit together, I'm like,
that shit hard.
Ain't no one gonna, cause I feel it. Yeah. Same thing like something that get like under my nerves. Like the moment I start thinking about that thing, I'm like, my mood automatically start changing. So we have to put a big emphasis on how we think. He a baller, right? He D1. I said it first, right? And one of the greatest basketball players that ever played, rest in peace to Kobe being Bryant, was Kobe Bryant. And if anybody know Kobe Bryant, everybody will tell you he's the closest thing to looking like Michael Jordan, which is arguably the best basketball player to ever live. Please, all the LeBron fanatics, stop it. Michael Jordan, we could say universally regarded, is the best player to ever touch a basketball. Now there's different arguments, we're not gonna go into that. But I say all that, Kobe Bryant, when you see him play, if you ever watch him and Michael Jordan play, and you can even go on YouTube where they'll put Michael Jordan on one side, Kobe Bryant on one side, and Kobe Bryant and Michael, they'll do the same exact thing, even body gestures. To the point like Kobe going like this, Jordan did that. Sticking out the tongue, that was Jordan. Everything that Kobe, even when he's not playing basketball, would do was a reflection of Michael Jordan. Why is that? Because when Kobe was learning to play ball, he just wanted to be like Michael Jordan. So he would watch hours and hours and hours, and just hours of basketball of watching Michael Jordan play. So you see, because he thought about it, there's certain things he would do that Michael Jordan would do that he didn't even notice. So he was watching Michael Jordan to pick up how, you know, the dribble, the shooting, but even the, like I said, the mannerism, how like when he would score a certain way, and then he'll give the fist pump, or like he'll stick out the tongue, or like he copied everything. Why? Because the way he thought. As he watched Michael Jordan, his thought, like the image of him thinking was engraved to the point he copied everything down to the T, even like his mannerism. I know everybody, like, sorry mom, I gotta say this, but my mom was one. You ever had the person where it's like, they always talking negative, like, yo, like, man, like, this not my day, I could never do nothing right. Like, they always speaking that, they always thinking negative, right? Y'all been around those people. And you don't notice those people, as they keep thinking that, they, like, those things keep happening to them.
Yeah, it's like they project,
like they manifesting it. Yeah, like, those people that always say, like, that they always having, like, bad thoughts, like, yo, this person will never make it, this is bad, da. Like, they always live that. But then you'll find somebody who's living a life where they feel like, man, they loving their life, right? But then when you talk to them, you realize how they think. Even like he just said, perspective, even when they're in a bad moment, they still see the good. Like, for example, like, one of the worst things that could happen is losing a loved one. When you lose a loved one, you can be like, yo, dang, bro, like, this was my favorite uncle. This was my favorite cousin. This was my favorite. It hurts. There's some people, like, they never recover from losing a loved one because they think about it in a negative way. But there's some people be like, man, there's a reason why this person passed.
They think more progressive.
They think more positive on it. Like, yo, the reason, you know, even though they may not know for sure, they think positive. One, they think the person's in a better place. One, they think like, yo, if the person was suffering because of a sickness, like, yo, this person no longer suffering. Two, they think in a way like, yo, maybe this person passed, so I could learn a lesson that could help me or the next person. You know, they think positive about it. But there's some people, like, when they go through like a loss, and everybody grieve different, but there's some people that just are negative about it, like, oh my God, my life will never be the same. I hate it here. I don't want to live. All that stuff, and you see the results of that. And a lot of those people tend to end up in depression. Because as you keep thinking negative thoughts, like, I know we watch movies or cartoons where the dark cloud just come in. Like, your thoughts, it works like that. Like, if you keep thinking negative, it's like you bringing a dark cloud over you. You're attracting a negative energy. And not only you attracting it, you're releasing negative energy. So only thing that will come back in is negative. Like I said, even if the situation is not positive, but you thinking positive, allow your mind to find that light. So for example, I'll give one, because everybody want to have money. Who don't want money? Make some money rain when you editing this. Who don't want money? Everybody want money, right? But a lot of people who want money, you hear them always talk about, man, they thinking in their head, man, I can't be like Jeff Bezos and be a billionaire. I can't be like, you know, like LeBron being like, I have a couple hundred M. I can't do it, I can't do it. That's how they thinking. So they might never find a situation where it could lead to them prospering. Because as you think you are. Even if, let's say, you don't have no money, but you someone, you always tell yourself, yeah, bro, I'm gonna make it. Like, in your head, you always thinking, like, I don't have no money right now, but I promise you, I'm gonna come up, I'm gonna come up. Eventually, because the way you think, you'll attract an opportunity to yourself. That's why they say fake it till you make it. And I'm a believer in that. Sometimes you gotta fake the mindset. Like, you can't be thinking how your situation is, because you'll remain in your situation. A lot of times we'll think a certain way about someone, and because we think that way, we never are able to see the potential in them. When I was in high school, like, yo, everybody thought I was a thug before I changed my life around. Everybody thought, like, yo, I was lost. I even had a teacher that told me, she was like, one day I would see you would end up on Channel 7 News. And because back then, you know, I had the mouth full of goals. I had, like, my whole mouth done. My pants used to always sag. Like, I was very flashy, showing off, like, yo, I got it. The way I dress, the way I speak, everything. So she saw that, and she automatically thought, like, yo, he a thug, he no good. So she was never able to see the other potentials that I had. And I remember that was my OJT teacher. But then I had another teacher, which was, I was in a business program. I had another teacher. I was part of her business program. I think I was taking economics at that time. She told me, she's like, yo, you see behind all that, like the golds, all the flashy clothes, the shoes and all that, the girls, yo, you are very smart. Like, if you put your mind to it, like, you can make it really far. And I never forgot that. I never forgot that comment. And because she thought of me that way, when we had conferences for the business program, she would ask me to speak. So she saw me in a positive light. So she treated me that way. And that other teacher, she saw me in a negative light. So she'll be the type, like, yo, she tried to make me sit away from certain people in the class. So you see how you think about people is how you would treat them. The man who says they can't and the man who says they can't are both usually right. The reason for that is the man who say they can, they will put in maximum effort to make sure they do. The man who say they can't will come up, has given himself every excuse why he can't. So in the starting, you already decided your fate. And two, do not allow the thoughts or the expectations or the words of people dictate how you think of yourself. How you think of yourself from a positive light. Understand how God thinks of you. You're more than a conqueror. You are one of a kind. You are a chosen generation. You can do anything through Christ who strengthens you. So do not allow the thoughts or the words or the expectations of anyone to make you think. Because the thoughts of yourself is more important than the thought of someone else about you. Because at the end of the day, it's what you believe that is all that matters. So again, the one who believes, the one who said they can, the one who said they can't, they are both right. Now it is up to you to choose which side are you on.
I have one more thing to say. You're only bound by what you believe.
Yeah. Your thoughts become your beliefs. Your thoughts become your belief. So choose correctly of how you think about yourself and others. And that is it for today's discussion. We'll tap right back in next week on the power of words.